attempting a PowerPoint video screen capture showing how I compress frame lines on 1851, 1857 3-cent stamps. This is how I do it. It's not all that scientific, so bear with me. This is also the first time I've done a screen capture video in this particular app, which is called Snagit or TechSmith. So we are, as far as I can see, we're going right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to walk through the steps that I followed to create this image that you see in this PowerPoint that we're looking at. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new PowerPoint presentation and start from scratch with it. So we'll see how this goes. So the first thing I'm going to do is I've opened PowerPoint. I'm going to go up in the left-hand corner, upper left-hand, click on File, and I'm going to click on Options. So I'm going to go all the way down. After I clicked on File, I'm going to go all the way down to Options, and that's going to open up this screen. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that the image that I drop into PowerPoint is going to be pasted at full resolution. And when I do that, I drop down on the left here to Advanced, and I click on Advanced. And then I want to make sure that this button right here that you see right here, do not compress images in file. You want to make sure that that button is clicked. Okay, so that will, if you sort of hover over the eye, you'll see what it's saying. It's basically making sure that your picture quality is going to be full resolution when you drop a JPEG into the file. So this is what we want. We're good to go. It's checked. But I have noticed on my home computer that if I don't check this, then I don't get full resolution images. So I'll click OK. And now I'm going to go File again, and I'm going to go New. So click on New at the upper left, and I'm going to select Blank Presentation. So just move my cursor over to that blank presentation and click it. And that is giving me a blank presentation. Now, you can change the sort of the dimensions of the screen. This is in that 9:16 wide format resolution right now, and actually this works pretty well for me, so I generally leave it there. But if you want to change it to the more closer to a square rectangle, you would go up to this Design button up here in the top, click on it, and then go all the way over to the right and select Slide Size. And you can select that standard 4:3 if you'd like. And you can also, if you want, you can also click on this Custom Slide Size, and that'll give you the option of going between portrait and landscape and some other stuff. But I usually leave that stuff alone. So I'm just going to hit OK. I'm good to go. This is what I want. I'll go back up here on the left to the Home button, upper left, and I'm ready to start. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these title blocks. I'm not going to use those. So I drag my cursor down here, and as you see the cursor, you're going to see it turn into a sort of a plus sign with arrows on each end of the lines. And I'm going to, once I see that hit, I'm going to click once, left click one time, and that highlights the title block. And all I want to do is get rid of it. So I'm going to find my delete button on my keyboard, and I'm just going to hit delete. Once I've done that, I'm ready to start generating some content. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm looking for this menu up here at the top that is different shapes. If your PowerPoint doesn't show this in your Home tab, then you would want to go over to the left and click on the Insert tab, and then select Shapes, which is right here, and click on that drop down. and it's the same menu as that one that was on the previous screen. All I want to do is insert a rectangle. So you can see in my recently used shapes, I've got a bunch of stuff here, but we'll go down to rectangles. Click the first one there, which is just a regular plain old rectangle, and click it once. Now your cursor, basically wherever you click, it's going to create a rectangle. And what you want to do is move your cursor up to the top left-hand corner of the white rectangle. You're going to press, you're going to left click, but hold down on that left click. So don't let go. So click and hold, and then I'm going to drag all the way down to the lower right-hand corner, just like that. Now I'm going to let go. Okay, now I've got this background. It's blue, which is not the color I want black. So what I'll do is go up here, and since I made that, generally this shape format with drawing tools tab opens up, and this is just what I want because I want to change that shape fill to black. Now I could just go up here where it says shape fill, click on the drop down and select black. I can also go in the rectangle, I can right click on it, right click once and let go, and go down to where it says format shape. This is kind of handy in PowerPoint because now I'm going to see some options here on the right hand menu, and what I want is fill. So this is nice, shape options, it shows fill. I'm going to select fill, just left click on it one time, and it says, okay, I want solid fill, that's what I want, and I just want to change the color. So I'm going to click on the drop down here, and I'm going to select black and left click one time, and I've got a black rectangle. Now I haven't, there's also a line on this rectangle, and I do want to change that to black so it doesn't distract when I save this image. So I'm going to go to the line here. I could also do it up at the top where it says shape outline. So we'll do it in the menu to the right. So I'm going to go to the menu to the right. I'm going to click on line, and actually I see that it already is black, which is perfect. So click on that outline or that drop down, just select the black. Okay, now I've got a black rectangle with a black outline. Everything's black, which is perfect. Okay, now at this point I'm going to drop a photograph of the stamp into the PowerPoint, and the way I'm going to do that is I've got the slide in a folder on my computer. Actually, it's in the download folder. So I'm going to open up that folder. I've actually got it open down in the bottom here. So I'll click open, and you can see it's the one that I've got ready to select. But you could find it, however you locate files on your computer. So there it is, possible 26A. Now this is on the right is a preview pane. That's just for reference, but if you want to actually drop this picture into the PowerPoint, you need to select the file name here over on the left. So I'm going to click, it's going to turn blue, and then I'm going to left click and hold. So left click, hold, and drag it down here until I see that little plus under the cursor, and then I'm going to let go. And there it is. Now, as I want to make this full screen inside that rectangle, and I want to maximize the image. You want to be careful because if you grab one of the middle little handles on the image, it's going to distort the image, and you'll see that later. So what we want to do is right click and go to Format Picture. Now in this case, that doesn't change anything in the menu off to the right, and so we just want to click on the one that is labeled Size and Properties. So you can see it's got 4 different icons at the top under Format Picture. One is Fill and Line, one is Special Effects, one is Size and Properties, and the other one is a picture menu, which will give you could lighten and darken and change colors and stuff like that. But all we want to do is check the size properties on this. So I'm going to left click on that, and it's going to open up these 3 different possible menus. All I want right now is size. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to make sure that this lock aspect ratio button is selected. So that's going to lock that image. As long as I grab it by a corner handle, it will keep it in the same proportions as it was to start off, which I think is a good idea. So I'm good to go there. Now I'm going to go over back to the image. It is selected. If it's not selected, you just left click on it once. You see the 3, 6, 8 little handles, and we want to click on the corner handles only at this point. So I'm going to click on that upper right one, but it could be any one of the corner ones. I'm going to left click and hold, and then I'm going to drag up almost to the top of the rectangle and let go. Then I'll do the exact same thing on the left, lower left. Click and hold, drag all the way down to where it should be perfectly centered in the rectangle, and it's nice and large so we can kind of look at it. The next thing I'm going to do, I clicked away from it, and you could see that now it's showing that I'm clicked on the rectangle, which I don't want that. I want to be clicked on the stamp JPEG. So I'm going to left click once on the stamp, and then I'm going to copy this image. And the way I copy it is I can either right click and select copy, or I can select two buttons on my keyboard, Control and Copy, and click and select them both at the same time. So press one and then press I usually select Control with my pinky, and then hit C, the letter C, with my index finger. And that should copy this image. And now I want to paste that image back into the file. So I'm going to do the same thing. Control V is what I'm going to do now. And now I've got two. As you can see, it created an exact copy of the stamp.